Wareham is one of those places that feels like a hidden gem in Dorset. It's a small riverside town packed with history, great coffee, and loads of outdoor activities. Today I'm taking you through Wareham, a bit about its story, best things to do, where to grab coffee, and why it's such a perfect spot for stuff like kayaking, paddleboarding, and exploring the River Frome. If you're planning a day trip, a weekend adventure, or just a chilled place to explore, Wareham genuinely has everything you look for and is fairly overlooked. Wareham is one of the oldest towns in Dorset. It dates back over 1,000 years. It was originally a Saxon settlement, and there are still some of the Saxon earth walls that protected the town originally. They're some of the best preserved in the whole of England. The town played a big role in defending the area from Viking raids that later became an important riverside trading hub thanks to the River Frome and the River Piddle. One of the standout history spots is the St Mary's Church, which I showed in this video a little bit, which dates back to the 12th century. It's peaceful, it's tucked away, and it's full of character. And it's the kind of place that reminds you how old this town really is. The heart of Wareham is the quay. It's a beautiful riverside area where people go to relax, look at the ducks, grab food, and head out onto the water. On a sunny day like I had today, it's buzzing. There's loads of kayaks, paddleboards, boats, families, dogs, everything. It's a perfect spot if you're just there for an adventure because everything is right there. Rentals, cafes, and it has easy access to the river if you're looking to go kayaking or just get out on the water. So I parked up in the kind of centre of Wareham. I parked for 4 hours and just went on for a little adventure. There's two different sides to Wareham. You have kind of like the north side and the south side, which is kind of divided by one of the fast roads. On the north, you have the train station. It's a bit more kind of estate. They do have a slight playground up at the top, and then the south side is where a bit more of the action is happening. You've got more cafes. You've got a lot more of the kayaking stuff. This town is definitely fairly overlooked. I definitely think people kind of just see it, especially myself. I just saw it as just kind of a passing through place to get to places on the other side, the kind of Jurassic Coast. You've got Studland, Swanage, and heading over further to Weymouth. But actually, this town actually might have a lot more of what you're looking for. It's a lot less of a travel if you're coming from places like Bournemouth, such as myself. It's a lot easier to get to, and actually is quite a good stepping stone if you wanted to stop here in the morning, go for a coffee. It's a good kind of place to stop and go through, but it also has a lot to it itself. So I stopped at the Quirky Bird Coffee Shop, I believe it's called. It has bad hand coffee. It was really nice. Had just a coffee and a croissant. There's loads of other cafes along there. I think there's the other one I stopped at was the Goat Cafe, which does amazing bagels. And I also got a smoothie as well, which is amazing. And then literally shortly after that went on to Studland Bay. There's loads of places to go for walks. Many people go down to the Two Rivers Meet, I believe it's called. It's just out in the fields out the back. The grass is a little bit dead at the moment just because of how hot and how much of a drought there is. But it is actually a really nice walk along there, and you just go along the river. You can even take your kayak in there if you have one yourself, or you can go to the other side and hire a kayak. I think it's around £20 for an hour for either paddleboard and kayak, or 15 for half an hour. It's a great place if you're looking to get out on the water, and I'd really recommend doing it. I didn't do it just because I'm a little bit of a broke uni student at the moment, so yeah. You can also hop on the river cruise, which just takes you around the area without having to do any of the work if you're a bit worried about getting out on the kind of paddleboards and kayaks and stuff, and it's quite good if you've got kids and families. The Wareham Forest is also just up the road, which has loads of kind of quite quiet walking trails and wildlife. And also just cycling around this area is really nice. They're quite quiet lanes. I happen to go at a fairly busy time, so there was quite a few cars. But if you go there maybe a little bit early in the morning, or when it's not so much the kind of kids' holidays as it is at the moment, there's lots of routes to explore. Wareham also has a leisure centre called the Purbeck Sports Centre, which is kind of ideal for me because it was so hot that day. I kind of just wanted to head into the pool, but they also does have kind of gym and other classes, so it's a good kind of backup plan to have if the weather gets a bit too hot, like it has been recently. If you do have extra time, there's also the museum, which is just quite a small museum, just about the kind of local history. And I'd also recommend getting over to the cafe or pub, I believe it is, just right on out on the quay itself, just up by the bridge that takes you over to the other side of Wareham. Um, yeah, it's a lovely spot to feed ducks and just look out over the river. After living at Bournemouth for almost 4 years now after graduating, I thought it would be time to start actually exploring the area and especially the Jurassic Coast because it has so much to offer and there's so many cool places like this and there's definitely loads more that kind of go a little bit under the radar and I thought I'd make a few more videos. So I have quite a few more places that I want to visit and hopefully make a few more videos about this and just showcasing what it's like. And I thought by making videos like this, it kind of pushes me to explore new places, try out new stuff, to cycle in new areas that I haven't ever cycled before, and just kind of bring you guys along with me and just kind of showcase what it's like to go to some of these places. Because there's so much to offer in Bournemouth and the Dorset area, especially. So I thought I'd try and showcase some of that on my channel and mix it up from all the triathlon content that I've been doing at the moment. But I was still able to get out to the Purbeck Sports Centre, which is good. Swim session done. I was a little bit busy, which was a bit annoying, so I didn't get to completely do all the sets that I wanted to do. Today I was just doing fast 50s instead of the pyramid sets, and then just a little bit of 25s at the end, just test my like kind of top speed. Just heading back to the car to make sure I don't get a ticket because I'm nearly running out of parking. So yeah, we'll see you in the next bit. After spending most of the day in Wareham, I went over to Studland Bay, which is just around the corner. It has an absolutely spectacular beach with amazing views. Luckily, the weather was amazing for this day. I managed to actually get in and do a bit of swimming. But yeah, if you have enjoyed this kind of new style of content that I'm going to start looking at making, yeah, please drop a comment and subscribe.